Alright, quick thoughts on the Bray Wyatt gimmick, the new one. That's technically just, honestly, as I'm brewing on it, it's actually might be brilliant. I mean, look how many people are popping for it, man. Twitter alone is just going nuts about it. Look at all the videos. Look at how much it's popped in this short amount of time. How much, look at this. If this much happens just from something that people were saying were idiotic, then you watched it again, then you watched it again. Yeah, I watched it about 5 times now, just to be honest with you, just to get the subtleties of it, and you do see it. He's definitely going to play a demented character that's subtleties, basically what Disney does, but they're a lot more hidden about it. But just the subtleties of kid shows in general, I think he's going to mock what they do when they write these type of TV shows that our kids watch, and you kind of see some weird shit. You'll see it on a Facebook or YouTube video or some random thing saying like, "Oh, this is a hidden Easter egg, and this is meant a sexual thing or something like that." But he's not going to do any sexual stuff, of course, but he's just going to put the evil within the kid shows that they do a lot. Like he's going to make this something that was more than what Bray Wyatt was, per se. And hell, it's wrestling. If it doesn't work, he can always go back to his old persona, but, you can go all the way back. Undertaker did this all the time. He always just changed up his character. And if it didn't work, you go back to your old one. It's not like you can't do that. He's still Bray Wyatt, you know. But it's got everybody talking. And that's the important part. It's got people talking. Literally every website you think of known to man is talking about this. Now, are they talking about Mojo Rawley? Look into the mirror? No, you won't see one article about it. That's why Bray Wyatt still has a huge impact on what he's doing, because the subtleties of it. Spanish things, everything like you could think of. They just have to really push the hell out of this character. The list goes on and on and on. What's going to probably happen is they're going to keep doing these vigilante type of things, or it's just these little segments here and there that keep establishing the character, and then he will officially debut. It might not all the way be till after Money in the Bank. We'll see. What I would do is I'd have him tear through all the lower mid card and literally just have them end up slowly being a guest on his show, per se, but they're being kidnapped, low-key. Like, they're tied up. And basically the puppets are talking to him and stuff, and you don't see that superstar. They could come back the next week and be just like him, or you just sit on it for a bit, and slowly he starts building a cult. The old Bray Wyatt, even though he's changed, still has his ways of doing things, to make cult of followers, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see where this is going. You can see basically everybody is too. It's got everybody popping, and that was the purpose of it. It's not a failure by any means necessary, because it's got your interest piqued. What happens after that, we'll see. But I'm telling you right now, at first I was like, what the fuck? As you saw in my last video I posted, I was really literally like, what the fuck is this? But then you sit on it, you brew on it, you process it for a second, and you say, oh, I get it. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Work in the morning, so yeah. It's definitely nobody ever would have thought this is how he was going to come back. So that's why it's such a shock. It's definitely different. It's something that nobody's ever tried to do before in wrestling, so you got to give him that. And also, like, who's done this? Nobody. He kind of hinted at Edge and Christian, believe it or not, with the storybook stuff. So he was kind of giving you little subtle hints. If you watch the Edge and Christian show on the WWE Network, my wife loves Edge and Christian, mostly Edge, and he was kind of giving you hints reading the storybooks and just doing segments. If you watch Eddie and Chris, you know what I'm talking about. So he's kind of fucking around with that a little bit. So he was probably processing this a little while now. I mean, he's had, what, 7 months, 9 months to sit out. So there's a lot of this going to be coming. He had 7, 9 months to really process this and get this out. So there's going to be a lot coming, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Pretty crazy, yeah.